Friends, in this video for ITHOUGHTWEALTH, I am going to talk to you on the topic what private investing taught me. For a person who comes from a family business, the root of all our experiences comes from private investing. Our business is our only investment. For every person in a family business, your business is your only investment most of the time. So, coming to the stock market itself was a shift from private investing into public market investing. But over the period of time when I have been an investor, I have again shifted back a lot from public market investing to private market investing. This is not something which I have done by strategy or anything like that. Circumstances made me look at some investments because they had to be done. Then I started looking at other investments with similar opportunities, because as an investor, giving money to an investment is not as much a value addition as contributing to the success of that investment. As a public market investor, I don't think I can claim that I have contributed to the success of any of my investments. If I do, it would actually not be a good thing. So, I have always kept away from those investments and invested. So, there is a sense of detached ownership. For example, the companies where I have made highest returns have had the least interaction with me. I would have met the promoter barely a handful of times at the AGMs. Beyond exchange of pleasantries, I don't think I can claim to have contributed anything. I am not in that school which believes that as a public market investor, one should engage closely with the promoter and influence them in a certain way. So, that always kept me away from promoters. But in my private market investing, I have been very closely in touch with the promoters. I have been involved in how the companies are run. I have been a part of their problems, the part of their crisis, and as a result, by extension, a part of their solutions also. Now, the learnings in private market investing are way superior to the learnings in public market investing. They are so profound that at one level I feel my interest in public market investing should be restricted only to promoters who want to make a difference to their organizations and to society. Earlier, we were hunting for such situations and promoters where there is scope for things to change. Now, we are seeing where there is a runway for things to change and only expending our energy in those areas in the public market investing. Contrarily, in private market investing, we are seeing much better opportunities, much superior quality of promoters who want to make things happen. So, naturally, the gravitation is more towards private market investing because the impact will be much more gratifying and the learnings are much higher. Naturally, it also changes your perspective on what is the value of your portfolio, because that seems to be taking 95% of the mind space of most investors. For many of us, investing was just a means to getting financial freedom. And once we got financial freedom, it didn't bother us too much as to what is the value of a portfolio. Most people who are obsessed about the value of their portfolio don't have a life beyond it. And I am not in that camp. So, I don't want to belong to that school of thinking who want to race with everybody, want to feel better than everybody else and always thrive on that feeling of superiority. Whether you are superior or inferior is something that is dynamic, because if you go into investments which are going to take longer duration, you will look inferior in performance to others. So, as a private market investor, you cannot have superiority and try to be a private market investor. So, that is something which is very open and shut. Now, not having some expectations, having all your expectations met financially takes you to a different zone of expectations. Those expectations are more than monetary. You want to build a great organization. You want that organization to succeed for all its stakeholders. You want your capital to create something for society. These are aspects which are critical in private market investing. So, if you are a private market investor and a good one, you cannot be tweeting every day about your company and trying to take its valuation up. Whereas, if you are a public market investor, you can happily just do that and do nothing else. It's like a hen which wakes up and its only job is to make noise. That's public market investing today in most of its practice. Private market investing involves a lot of silent work. You have to understand things, you have to do it with tact, you have to have maturity, you have to be ready for surprises and setbacks, and you have to have the equanimity to accept them and move beyond them. You need to have the temerity to fight adversity. These are in stark contrast to public market investing. Public market investing is all about success worship, it's all about celebrating success, it's all about propagating success, and it's all about hoping to harvest that success at the expense of others. Private market investing is about balanced stakeholder wealth creation, where you have to take the business to a better place and hope that the benefits will accrue to you. The mindset is extremely different and the scale is also different. As a public market investor, today the scale for you to do things in small businesses is very limited, there is very high impact cost, there is too much of attention, and all this is not going to make you deliver in a way which gives you satisfaction. I believe that private market investing offers a better opportunity over public market investing to effectively do this. It's more gratifying, it's quieter, and it's more challenging, and it could be more productive. The last part is not for sure, there is no certainty, but if you are doing something which is gratifying, where you are making a difference and you are going to take an organization forward, the belief is it should be productive. So, in that sense, private market investing has taught a lot more to me than public market investing, and today the teachings and learnings of private market investing are helping me look at my public market investing from a different prism and look at it from an organizational perspective and from a wider social perspective. That helps me to manage myself better with my public market investments. It helps me also view further investments in public markets very differently. It's also helping me think differently for investors for whom I manage money, because I am thinking about how they will succeed with a better investment approach, with more holistic application of mind and with stronger conviction. That's what private market investing has taught me, and I think that's way superior to what public market investing taught me. Thank you very much.